What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB here. We are going to be doing another drawing today for more winners from a few videos back. We're going to do later on in the video, we're going to do our wheel of misfortune is what we call it. And we'll pick and see how many winners there will be today. Okay. So I'm hoping there'll be 3, 4, it goes up to 5 winners. And then later on in the video, we will actually draw the name down there. Now, a couple updates for you all. Remember, week after week, we're going to increase the comment bounty by a couple bucks every single week. It's going to grow and grow and grow. The other thing is, in our Discord channel, we have a channel in there, a sub channel called Bounty. Okay. I'm going to be putting in listing some items. And if your idea is chosen for that particular one, you will win the bounty. For example, I may say, hey, whomever has the best idea for a new video series, put it here. If I choose yours, boom, you're going to get X number of dollars. And they're not going to be tiny bounties. I can promise you that. They're going to be decent. I'm going to pay out well on those. But you're going to have a good idea. Anyway, moving along, we are going to do that. We're going to get in and we're working, the board of directors and myself been getting together. We're working on a new format for all of our videos, okay, to make it easy for you to pick and choose. Hopefully you'll watch them all, but if not, we are getting back to our roots. Number one, my roots, I'm a roulette guy, okay? I'm a roulette guy. I like setting goals. I like hitting that target. I like, grinding to a certain amount, but playing a little bit bigger. So these videos, the $1 million videos, I'm going to be playing largely roulette for 15 to 25 minutes, going towards that 1 million challenge. And that's it. Nice and neat. For those of you that are interested in dice and slots and all that other stuff, we will have other videos specifically for those so that you don't have to come into these. Again, I hope you will. And I hope you guys will watch the whole video. But if you don't, at least you'll be able to recognize those and go exactly for the content you're looking for. So for today, we're doing the 1 million challenge, playing roulette. No nonsense, no frills. We're just going to get into it, okay? And these intros will be shorter and shorter, I promise. The other thing I was going to let you know is we will be coming out. We're going to have coming out with a low bankroll series, and that's going to be fun. Most likely, we're going to go from $100 to $10,000. We did that once before. We went 100 to 1,000, then 1,000 to 10,000 in a relatively short period of time. One-offs are no good. We're looking for something, a process that can be repeated, right? Over and over and over. So we're going to do it a second time, and we may roll it back and do it a third time down the road. We'll also have some digital videos here and there sprinkled in, and we'll have a few DGen sessions for those of you that are looking for DGens, but I'm not going to waste away my bankroll because we really are serious and we're in very good position. Also later on in the video here, I'll pull up the spreadsheet, show you exactly where we're at with the $1 million challenge, and we'll go from there. All right, that's it. Let's get right into it and start playing, and let's hope we crush it. Cheers.
Hold me close, Vlad baby.
Okay, fools, here we are. We are going to play for today's strategy, and I'm going to get the clock going while he spins this final spin here. We are going to play a strategy that I have shown before that was given to us by David Scoushouse. Scoushouse is his username. That's not his last name. And so we named it Scouser. Okay, that's an area in England. And so if you're a Brit, you know what I'm talking about here. So we're going to play it. Let's start the clock, 15 minutes. Here we go. And I'll explain this strategy as we get going. Okay. So no worries about that. Scouser, here we go. All right. So if you're taking a look at it, we are covering the 0 and 2 with 2 units. We're covering 3 individual streets with 2 units as well. And we're covering 4 corners with 3 units. So 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 3, 3, 3, 3. 4 areas with 2 units, 4 areas with 3 units for a total amount of 20 units down there. Okay. So they don't pay the same. Okay. They do not pay the same. I'll tell you what they pay out here in a second. The streets pay the lowest. Okay. So we just hit a street on 19 that pays 4 units. The corners pay 7 units. Okay. So, and then the, if we hit the 0-2, that's kind of our jackpot number right here, right? So we got 2 units on it. That pays 17 to 1. All right, 2 units, 34, 35, $36 minus 20. The 0-2 is a 16 unit profit. So that's our banger number. For those of you that are brand new, let's go over how we calculate those things just in case you don't know. Each number, if you straight up, is a 35 to 1 payout. All right, that's a loss. We hit a 1, that's a loss. So we're going to just martingale it up. All right. Each number hits 35 to 1. A split, which is what you see here on the 0-2, and you can put that on between any 2 numbers. That's called a split. That pays 17 to 1. Okay, so in this case, 17 to 1, we have 4 units. You're going to basically multiply 17 times 4, and then add in this 4 because you get that chip back. That's what you get back in totality. All right. So when we have 2 units on there times 17, that's 34 plus the 2 is 36. So we put 20 units out on the initial and we get 36 units back. So, oh my gosh, we got whacked again. Here we go. We're going to martingale again and go up. And what we're really hoping is you hit the 0-2 for recovery, but if not, we want these corners, right? Because the corners pay 7 to 1. The streets pay 4 to 1. Okay. Corners are an 8 to 1 payment. Okay. 8 to 1. So we have 3 units on our base bet on a corner. Okay. So 8 times 3 is 24 plus our 3 units back. That's 27. So we put out $20 on the table. We pull back in totality 27. That's a 7 unit profit. Okay. Streets pay 11 to 1. Okay. There's a corner. That's a good one. That's at least a 7 to 1 payment. Again, we want to really hope that we don't hit the streets. I mean, it's better than losing, but we really want the corners for the best recovery possible. Okay. Now, as far as coverage goes, we have 4 corners times 4 is 16. We have 3 streets with 3 numbers on a street. That's 9, right? So we got 16 plus 9, 25, plus 2 numbers, 26, 27. Okay. So basically, this is sort of another. This is almost like his moneymaker. It's a modified 9 street is really what it is. So what he's doing is he's basically taking 9 streets, which are 27 numbers. Okay, we're getting close enough to where I'm going to go back down to base bet. We could go up 1 more unit, but I'm going to be a little bit safe here and go back down. Progressions are life, baby. So I don't want to bust. Although for this week and possibly next, or actually just through next week, we're going to be playing a little loosey-goosey, just having fun with these strategies and deciding what are the 3 to 5 strategies we're going to stick with most of the time moving forward with the 1 million challenge. Now, when I say the 1 million challenge, that's a little bit because everything I do here counts towards the 1 million challenge. When I play slots, they count towards the 1 million challenge. When I do digitals, 1 million challenge. When I pay out for the leaderboard, that's subtracted from the 1 million challenge. Okay, so it all comes. But by and large, I would say the majority of my play is on roulette. It's what I love. And as I said over and over, digitals, the allure of digitals, the original games are that they're fast, easy money. Easy in terms of you can get a lot quickly, but it's a double-edged sword there, right? Because that's how they suck you in quick, fast, and they give you some wins, they give you some wins, they give you some wins, and then they clobber you and you start chasing it because you're addicted to those fast wins. All right, we just hit 2 streets in a row, but that's okay. It's profit. So we only got 4 units on those. That's all right. It's better hitting those than it is to get a whack, right? So anyway, so yeah, we're going to be grinding on this video series. Primarily will be roulette, but we'll be pushing out some slots, some digitals, and I'm really excited to jump back into the low bankroll foray. And we'll probably have a couple one-off videos where we're going to try in one session to do something crazy in one session, like go from $1 to $100 or $10 to $1,000. I don't know, something nuts. We'll see. And that'll just be total fun. All right, let's keep going. And remember today, there's a whack. We're going to give 2 words out today. So keep your ears on, your eyes peeled for those 2 words. Remember, you have to use them in a sentence, both words, and they have to be separated by at least one other word. So you can't put the 2 words together. So if I said quick fox, quick and fox were the words, you can't say the quick fox ran through the field. You have to put at least something in the middle between those 2 words, okay? The quick and hairy fox ran through the field. There you go. So the words are not quick and fox today, by the way. All right, we hit a corner. That's exactly what we want right here. We want to hit a corner because that's 7 units. We're going to repeat the bet. And if we can hit 2 of those, then that's a nice recovery up into profit, right? Because we lost $20. 20 units is our base bet, okay? We win 7 units on this, which in this case, we doubled it. So we're winning 14 units when we hit a corner after we doubled it, okay? So we win that twice. That's 28 units. Means if we hit 2 corners back to back right now, we'll actually go ahead by 8 units. I hope that makes sense. I'm really trying hard because I got a lot of feedback from people saying, hey, you're not explaining the strategies well enough. We don't understand. Totally, I've heard you. So I'm trying really hard to slow things down a little bit and explain the strategies to you. All right, we're going back in. Again, we got the 1 split. We've got the 3 streets covered with 2 units, and we got the 4 corners. Now, can you put these corners wherever you want? Could I drop this corner down here to the 4-8 corner? Absolutely. Absolutely. You could move these. This is just where David, you could switch streets, switch corners. You could put any configuration you want out here on the board, just as long as you're not overlapping anything. If you want to stay true to the, I want to just say stay true to the music, because that's one of the radio stations around here. It's KINK, kink, true to the music. Anyway, so you could, but if you wanted to put a riff on this, right? You could make banger numbers by taking these corners and moving it over here. And that way the 19 and 20 would be a banger here. You would have, that'd be a boost, but you would be exposing yourself to 2 more open numbers. So, you know, you can't get something without giving something. That's just how it goes. And I think that especially roulette is, I think that's the epitome of that, right? The more you cover, the less you make. If you decide to get banger numbers, it means the rest of your numbers pay less. It's the epitome of balance, yin and yang, right? So, okay, we're doing pretty well now. We're doing pretty well. We're 10 and 3. And by the way, the other night on a live stream, we were playing 5 double streets goalposts. For those of you that are new, that's covering 5 of these double streets, okay, 30 numbers with 1 unit each. And then when I say goalposts, that's the 1, 2, 3, 34, 35, 36. We leave those open. So we have those are whacks plus the 0. We have 7 whacks covering 30 numbers, leaving 7 open. It's a 5-to-1 ratio, means we put 5 units down. We profit 1 unit. So if we put 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, we put $25 down. We profit $5 off of that. We went on a 20-some run, 23, without getting whacked on that stream. I mean, it was just going and going and going and going. And then we were talking about it, and I said, watch this. As soon as we hit a whack, suddenly it's going to open the floodgates and we're going to get whacked there a lot. And sure as heck, as soon as it hit us and it whacked us, I think it was a 34, boom, within the next 4 spins, we got whacked like 3 times, or the next 5 spins, we got whacked 3 times. It's just how it works. So my suggestion really, and I don't know why, because statistically it doesn't matter, and the previous spins do not determine future spins, but I swear, when you go on those long runs where you're just killing it, and then you get hit once, call it quits or switch up, because I swear every time I play this, as soon as it opens a door, you hit that all the time. I don't know how that works. I don't know why that works, but it does more often than not. I've also been recording how many times that I come to a table and with the first or second spin, I lose. And it's right now, it's 90% of the time I come to the table, I'm losing the first or second spin, right? Look at this one. First hit, second is a loss, second and third. But 5 double streets, it's pretty crazy because I'm losing on 5 double streets. You're covering 30 numbers. You got 81% of the board covered and we're losing, right? Okay, we got back up. We're going to go back down. We are at 11 minutes and I'm going to give you your first word. The first word that you're going to put into the comments in a sentence is going to be rum. My favorite, rum. A bottle of rum. Rum. I prefer dark rum and I love blackstrap molasses rum. That's actually, I just like drinking that straight. But rum and cokes, that's my go-to. If I had to drink one alcoholic beverage the rest of my life, it would be a rum and coke. All right, 21. We've hit 3 streets in a row, but that's all right. We'll take it. Those are wins. We only got a couple minutes left. It was interesting enough that so my daughter, she was just really sick, and finally I convinced her to go into urgent care, and she definitely has a really bad case of pneumonia, and she is totally laid up, and she is coughing 24/7. So my mom is up there with her right now and brought her some soup and bread. I tried to get my mom down here to get on camera so you guys could have a little session with a guest, and she nothing doing. She's like, no, I'm not getting on camera. She's like, what am I supposed to do anyway? I'm like, nothing, just hang out and talk. Just hang out and talk. There we go. There's a corner. But we were talking in the live stream the other night, and I was talking about, interesting enough, I used to be a state trooper, and we were talking about how it came full circle because I was in a lot of trouble in my youth as a teen in high school. I mean, arrested several times. Anyway, I was telling all the stories of some of my arrests, and it was an interesting evolution because, right, I'm this troubled, just this naughty teen, getting arrested, getting in trouble. Somehow I managed to get out of that. I went to college, and literally the month that I got out of college, all right, there's a loss. The month that I graduated, which was like June, okay, I got hired into state police and started July 1st. So going to, well, we didn't call it the academy. We called it recruit school. In the state police, at least in Oregon, the state police recruit school is so much longer and arduous than what the rest of Oregon. All city and county police officers all go to the same training facility. The state police, they had their own training at a military base, and you were locked in. You didn't get to go home. Versus everyone else that joins and gets into the just a normal academy, they're there. It's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. And then you get to go home. And we did not double up here. So anyway, I was telling the stories about that, and I'll save these for next time. But we got some great stories, and they were asking me. They always ask me like for the cop stories, and they brought up and said, "Have you ever had to, was there any uncomfortable situations where you had to pat down or frisk a female?" And the answer is yes. So in the next video, I'll try to get to, we won't talk so damn long at the beginning, I promise. And I'll tell you some of these stories because they're pretty wild. I'll also tell you some of the stories about, we're going to call it right there, about me getting in trouble, getting arrested. Oh man, what a wild ride. Okay, remember the first word is rum. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to go, so not bad, 32, not huge, but not bad, right? It did okay for 15 minutes, $20 bet. We're up 30. We had a little bit of difficulty, but it's a steady, it's a nice, and this is actually sort of the same looking graph, the average looking graph that I would expect to see on a 9 street. Okay. So when I play 9 streets, I expect to see the same kind of graph. So, okay, let's do this now. Let's go and we're going to spin the wheel of misfortune and let's see how many winners we're going to have out of this video. And we'll go from there. All right.
Hold me close, Vlad baby.
Okay, here we are. Let's spin the wheel and let's see what we can get here for you guys. And I'm hoping today, I'm really hoping today that we can get more than one winner. I hope we can get 5. I truly do. Okay, here we go. Let's spin it. Come on, let's see what we get here. Come on. That 4. Oh, but we got 2. Hey, we'll take 2. 2 is better than 1. All right, we got 2. Nice. We'll take that. Okay, so we're going to do, in just a second, we are going to pull up the winner of the last one. And the last one, the 2 words that you needed were fresh and skid. So let's see who has that. Let's see who has fresh skid ready to go and pull that up. All right, here we go. And boom. All right. I'm going to use the word skid. And when I pick the name of the 2 people, it's going to show their comment. And you're going to have fresh and skid in it all at the same time. Okay. Good luck. I'm rooting for all of you. I want you guys to win. Here we go. First winner, 10 life-changing dollars. All you got to do is get in our Discord and file a ticket. Here we go. First winner. Boom. Can Fam. Well, if you don't know, Can is he is on our board of directors. He is one of our moderators. So he says, I skid down the hill holding a fresh Subway. I love it. All right, Can, congratulations. You are the lucky recipient of 10 life-changing dollars. Let's pick another winner. Here we go. JEC, James. I know JEC. And you know what? My fat head. So I want you guys to be able to see what they said. What did James say in his comment? He says, AOB roulette, start with a fresh beast. That's a Subway sandwich, my favorite Subway sandwich. Finish with a skid marks in the undies. Well, I don't think I want to hear that, but that's okay. All right. So there's our 2 winners for today. Again, we're going to keep increasing this week after week, a few dollars every week. It's going to get bigger and bigger. Congratulations to our winners there. All right. That's it for this session. We'll be back again. I'll probably be doing the this $1 million, maybe 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. And the other days we will be doing different things. Oh, and you know what I need to pull you guys? I need to show you guys the Excel sheet. Here we go. Let me pull that up and let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, so what we got here is, as of today, we're at 91,125. We're up 900. Now, if we go look at by the month here, you'll see for the month of March, we were at 500, but in April, it moves up to 7. For the month of April, I'm going to play it nice and neat and not take a bunch of risks. So instead of going up 3, 5, 7 and risking the bankroll, we're going to go up and I'm going to try to stick right around the 900 to 1,000 profit every single day for the month of April. Give us a little bit more cushion. And once I have a little bit more cushion, because as you can see, the daily amounts start increasing, right? 700 to 1,500 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 4,200. But relative to our bankroll, that's a small percentage. So I'm okay with that. But we're going to try to stick and grind because we are going to reach $1 million profit within 12 months or by the end of the year. Same thing. We started a little out. All right, that's it for today. Be good humans. Us against the casino. And dummy me, I forgot to give you the second word. So the second word is sky. S-K-Y. The second word is sky. Use both those words in a sentence spaced apart by at least one word for 10 life-changing dollars this week. And it's going to increase starting on Monday. So good luck. All right. Cheers.